What's up, everybody? It's Ox Trades back here with another futures video. I just want to go over my watch list, my anticipation for the week ahead, and just go over. I'm just gonna go over the four names. Gonna go over NQ, ES, gold, and silver. Because my God, what in the world happened to gold and silver on Friday session? But that's what we'll go over last here. First off, NQ. We are still kind of doing what I was talking about last week. We're still getting these higher highs on the daily time frame. Still kind of getting this rising wedge pattern here. And I do think that I'm even more leaning towards downside, especially that we got this monthly sweep of highs, this weekly sweep of previous highs, and this daily failure to go higher off this supply, and failure, this 26,120, which is what I was talking about, where this was that breakout. And if we broke out and held this, then that would have been your all-time high move. And if we broke out and failed this, then that would be your move for lower. And exactly what we did is we broke out and failed that move. So in my opinion, I do think that NQ is set up for lower. Just the way this daily time frame, those higher time frames are set up. On this little 4-hour time frame, I do want to go over again. We still got this wedge here. Holding, and we're still kind of waiting on that third touch point here on this wedge, or the third touch point here to see which direction we want to go on. We hop down to the 4-hour time frame. This level right here is going to be my pivot for the week. This 25,540, which was this weekly candle's low. No, it wasn't, because on Sunday we went all the way down here. Oh no, was that Wednesday? That was last week. Yeah. So Sunday night. Sunday night is when we went down here and made these lows. But that is my pivot. I still think that 26,000 is my pivot to where shorts aren't really valid anymore. But this 25,540, if we break and hold below it, we get down here, break, we get that move back into 25,300 and then back into 25,000. I think that's going to be your downside scenario there. For upside, I do think if we hold this 540 again and structure higher, 26,000, and reclaim 26,000, that's your move for higher. This 25,540 is my pivot. I do think if we break that, we will see 25,000 or maybe even lower this week. I also do think that with how weak cryptocurrency is this weekend, that we will probably see a gap down tomorrow night session. So just beware of that. ES, let's go over to ES. I do think ES's chart is actually a lot cleaner for shorts. We have this just failure to go higher off of all-time highs, and we got this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rising wedge. I didn't draw it when I was charting, but got this beautiful rising wedge. So if we break down, and just so you guys see, rising wedge pattern. So you can see that. Connecting highs, connecting lows, and right there we got connecting highs, we got connecting lows. So I do think that, and rising wedge is a bearish pattern. Breakout, retest the wedge. That is your, short. That is your short continuation there. We drop down to the time frames. I don't like having these lines on my chart though. That's the only reason I didn't draw them. I do think here, this level right here, almost the same level from if you remember what I was going over earlier, this rally base from over here. We got that rally base drop from the gap on Sunday night, but then we reclaimed, broke out of the rally base, and made new all-time highs, which is kind of exactly what I said what would happen if we got above that 69.70, that we would most likely make new all-time highs, and that is exactly what we did on ES's chart. But we did get that failure to go higher. We made a high, we failed that high, we made a new high, failed that previous high, and that is where we are sitting right now. The 6,900 overall is this huge demand. I think the 6,900 is more important than this low over here at 6,980. So I think if we break down this 6,920 bounce, and then that's when we'll get that move down into 6,800. So this 6,900 is my pivot for the week, and then obviously it's just going to be all-time highs over here. If we make new all-time highs, and if we make new all-time highs, then that will that will disrespect this failure to go higher here, and then we will be going higher. So that's what I am seeing on ES's chart. Both of them are kind of open-ended for me, but I do think like with those breakout and failure of highs that likely see lower. I know that Fed chair that Trump elected is known for being a very, very, very hawkish Fed member, and so he will be looking at inflation very seriously. Most likely will cut rates, which isn't necessarily good for the economy, as that means that the economy is slowing down somewhat tremendously. But now I don't even want to go over this name because what happened on Friday's session was just disgusting. If you look at this chart, gold, which is known as the safe haven, by the way, safe haven. If you don't want cash, you don't want to own assets, you put your money in gold because it's safe. Down 13% from high of day on Friday's session. Gold, it did kind of hold this demand at 4,700, but we break down. I mean, if gold gets seriously weak, we can see as low as 4,000 this week easily. Gold made a 1,000-point move from all-time highs in just 2 days, which is just ridiculous. Silver's move was even more ridiculous. Silver, from high of day to low of day, silver made a 37% equity move, which is kind of, I mean, silver needed it. I like, gold is much more valuable than silver. I think people were just scared to buy more gold, and people started buying up silver, and then that's what it just caused the price to go up. But obviously, silver has a lot of uses. They use it for a lot of technology. They use it for chips. They use it for semiconductors and stuff like that. But silver, I think if silver loses this previous day's low, then we'll see a lot of pain on silver. There's not really another big demand on silver until 60 and then 55. So if we break down those levels, then that's where we're probably headed on silver. But yeah, that's my game plan for the week. These are really the names I trade. I really only trade NQ, and then recently I have been trading gold. I can't really trade it during New York session. It's a little bit too volatile because I don't like trading just one or two micros. I prefer to trade a mini. But NQ is my baby. Gold I will trade sometimes, but that is my watch list for the week ahead, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.